Nobody asks for hardship, disappointment, loss, rejection, or failure. But some of the most important opportunities in life arrive disguised as adversity. The problem is that adversity rarely feels productive while you're inside of it. It feels unfair. It feels inconvenient. It feels like life is delaying you, punishing you, or taking something away. Only later do you realize the struggle exposed your strength, redirected your path, sharpened your character, and forced you to build something you would have never created while comfortable. This is episode 246 of the Heavyweight Collective. I'm your host, Mo Sharon. Back again with this lady and these two guys. Go ahead and state your names.
I'm Sharon. You know what's tight about Mo Sharon? Because it's even Mo
Sharon.
Sharon. I just got that. I like it.
Mukbang McFly.
Mukbang. All right.
Mukbang?
And you are, sir?
You gonna see me eat?
Oh, Chip McFadden.
Okay. Why
Who's the
McFadden?
guy on your shirt?
Oh, these are my relatives. They play football.
Why McFadden?
Chip McFadden?
Yeah.
That's my name. I don't
Okay.
know. That's what's wrong
Okay,
with
how,
my name.
Life's good.
I hope everybody had a good fourth. How's your week? How you been doing since the last time we've been here?
The
Tell me
fourth?
what's good.
After the 4th of
Oh
my birthday just passed.
shit!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Wait, let's give her some claps for the birthday.
Week's been good.
What's
Life
up?
has been good.
Did you turn up? Because she said she liked routine, so
like
she didn't return.
dinner, nice dinner.
You stay going somewhere nice for dinner, nigga. I'll be seeing your story. No, that's what. Look, if
Yo.
y'all, hold on.
Here
I
we
can't
go.
say if y'all follow her because you got a request. If she blessed you with her presence,
God bless. Amen.
you'll see that this nigga's always somewhere.
No, I'm not. I don't even be posted everywhere.
Exactly. McFly, your week
My week was good. Short weeks at work.
feel good, don't it?
Yes,
Mm.
and eating the same generic shit at every barbecue.
Sounds
Why do black people do that? Huh?
Wait, what? Eat what? Chicken and
Chicken quarters or
Because chicken quarters are cheap, nigga. That's why.
You lucky
hot
you
dogs
ain't get
and
no hot
hamburgers.
dogs.
And you getting a
yeah.
leg and a thigh at the same time.
Yeah,
They didn't do no hot wings?
no,
You
Damn.
supposed to have hot wings too.
it's burgers, hot dogs.
I'm not even gonna let
Chicken
you.
quarters.
You can't let. I'm not gonna let you slide with that. Because from what you're telling me, the chicken quarters lets me know what kind of burgers you talking about. These ain't the juicy meat.
They're not.
American cheese. Hold the cheese on mine. I don't want no American cheese. That's nasty.
You could cook those just on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Y'all are stupid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Really?
week was a week. It's there. We just
Mm-hmm.
Living.
We vibing, we
Yeah.
living out in the desert. Just doing some stargazing. Just took a little
Look,
staycation.
nice.
Indio. You know what I'm saying?
nigga,
Go-
nigga, you went
Indio.
to death?
yeah,
nigga.
but you just
What
go
was it, 150?
go get in the pool and just lay in the pool.
My
Lay in the
brother-
bathtub?
And then you gotta run back to the room. But that, you know what?
My
It's
brother used to
cheaper.
live there.
It's cheaper.
Indio is crazy.
That's why I go to the desert for
Indio,
vacation. I got
If you
used
live
to
in
it.
Indio, all you do is stay in the AC
And do
fuck.
meth.
You said meth. I said fucking. There's a lot. There's a
Or
high
you can do
population of
both.
STD. Yeah,
You can do both.
They probably
Do a lot of both.
what's
there
that
ain't
place?
much to do.
Desert Hot Springs, Cathedral City. They do a lot of that
Yeah.
out there. I didn't know that until
Palm
you like,
Springs
ooh.
is one.
Yeah, it's like gay San Diego. I like it. It's cool.
Mhm. I like
It's a cool
Pay for
little place.
pretentious, huh?
Yeah.
My week was cool, man. I spent my fourth in the desert as well. I was in the great city
Nevada?
of northern Vegas, away from the
Yeah.
strip,
That's scary.
with my brother.
Damn.
I went to my brother's house, and as always, we did all the
Yeah, that
cooking
was
while the women looked.
147 there, nigga.
Nigga, but we was inside, nigga. I don't go outside. It was great. I got to see my mom because my mom lives in Vegas now, so this was probably the first time I had a holiday with my mom in a couple years, so that was good. We
Bless.
we did short ribs. I don't like doing traditional food. I be like, nigga, I don't feel like
Yeah.
goddamn burgers and shit. I want. So we did short ribs with some mac and cheese and greens. We did nigga food with some yams,
That's American.
cornbread.
You start channeling the crumps.
To be
Hercules,
fair, I feel
Hercules.
like yeah, that's some big shit. We don't really celebrate the like.
Oh, I do. I mean,
Nigga, we just
celebrate
eat.
the holiday.
We just eat.
And this
We just eat.
year, it was my daughter's party, so it really wasn't no type of fourth action.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, shot some fireworks.
I mean, I will say,
You saw some fireworks?
people,
Yeah,
it always
nigga.
be some
Oh, nigga, they was
fireworks.
lighting that shit up.
But you
I don't know.
but you're not gonna come to my house and see any of my family. You're not gonna see the red, white, and blue decorations. I'm American, but I'm black.
Okay.
I'm black first.
All right.
Well,
I want y'all to keep this in mind, okay?
Sorry.
keep this question in
Who
mind.
wanted
I
this
don't want y'all to answer it. Just keep it in mind.
I was like, that you can't.
It says, don't answer it. It says, what if the situation you keep, what if the situation you keep calling a setback is actually an invitation to become someone different?
Amen.
Just keep that. I don't want you to answer it, right?
Ain't no answer.
All right.
It's a statement.
And then so now we're going. This is round table. No, I'm not gonna say no names this episode. We do a little different. Okay. Was there ever a moment when something falling apart forced you to finally make a necessary change?
I mean, now I got to think about what that moment could have been because
I mean,
Obviously.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
okay.
Definitely, for
Can
sure.
you recognize opportunity when you are experiencing adversity, or does that or does that understanding usually come after later on? Answer any of those two.
So the second question: can you recognize opportunity when it
Mhm.
whatever? Two part for me. Like I think that I've had so many of those situations where now I'm ready to pull the lesson before I allow that to take over.
So you seasoned, huh?
Yeah,
Continue.
I done been through some shit. But and the reason why I break it up like that, because I don't want to just sound like, oh yeah, I always know. It's because I had to go through a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And now where I'm at in my life, like as soon as something don't go right, I just kind of be like, all right, pay attention. You know, it's not going good. And you can sit in the feeling of it not going good, but you can also already be in the process of learning your lesson or in the process of what you're supposed to take from this.
Mhm.
Or maybe you need to pivot and it's because you need to get up out of a situation
Okay.
or something like that. So
I will say for me, because of things that has happened in my life, over the last couple of years, and this nigga, Mr. Positivity over here, I always look at a situation as, okay, what the fuck can I learn from this?
have to.
Do I do that?
Yeah, you positive all the goddamn time. So I look at the situation like, what can I learn? Where did I fucked up, and what can I do better to not fuck up in the future? That's how I look at it. So I don't worry. Sometimes I still crash out because I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn,
Yeah.
nigga, something else.
Yeah, no, for real.
But I do have that thought process in my mind. Okay, now what am I supposed to get out of this? Like, what is my lesson
Yeah.
to learn here?
We're still human.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times when you get into a place of starting to heal or you start to be on a journey, you feel like that may be a setback. If you feel like you crash out, or for me, if my emotions take over, then if you're that type of person, you could feel like, oh my gosh, I've done so much work. Like, why is this happening?
Mhm.
Because we're still human. We're still going to have the human reactions to things. So there's nothing wrong with you immediately having the human reaction to something. But then it's like, okay, now that you've had that, sit in it, and what are you going to take from
For sure. What was the question?
it?
Which one you want, the first or the second one?
The second one.
Can you recognize opportunity while you are experiencing adversity, or does that understanding come later? So do you see it in the moment, or do you see it after the moment has passed?
It's always circumstantial, but I've had situations in both where I've had things have presented themselves, and I'm like, shit, that's a perfect chance to do this. And then I've had it to where it's been something where in the moment I'm like, fuck, dude. And then eventually you're like, wait a minute though. Like you start seeing, like, as you pointed out, the silver lining of it, of that actually worked out in my favor. Like I didn't see it in the moment, but this is actually a dope reason to do this now. But yeah, I've had both. I can't remember exact situations, but I know I've dealt with both, and it does. I feel like everything happens for reasons. You just kind of be able to open your mind up to see what the reason was. and don't be 1B.
Niggas was in the lead every game. Still lost. Mr. Wendell?
And then crash it at the damn.
I am sick of it.
You okay?
Yes.
Exactly. Y'all be acting like I'm crazy.
Was there ever a moment when something falling apart forced you to finally make a necessary change? God damn it, Bruce.
Get it together.
So has something ever happened in your life where it forces you to change?
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it like, I think you do the change so you don't necessarily fall apart, if that makes sense.
That's a good perspective.
Because
So it forced evolution.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like there's definitely shit where it's been like, damn nigga, if you don't fix this, this going real big,
real quick.
But yeah, it's I think life does that. Force you put your your big boy pants on at some point, or you just choose to go down that road. Like it's still a choice, I think, because it's like, here's the fork in the road. Which way you gonna go? So early on, I'm glad I went the way I went instead of
I can say
Franklin.
Yeah.
I can say I've definitely had that moment where it made the world stop, and when I went through what I went through, what I'm still going through, it allowed me to actually see all the stuff I was avoiding to look at, and so, and then it also. The silver lining in that was it gave me the time to process and start dealing with the small fires that was feeding the larger fire.
Yeah.
So, in the moment, the shit sucked. I mean, it still sucked. The impact it's had negatively, but there are positives to it. And so also if I take it as it was a situation that had to happen for me to evolve.
Did it make you see? Did you feel like that before that you was just running with your blinders on then?
It wasn't. Yeah,
or you just
I
like
was
not necessarily
it was,
on purpose.
No, it was going back to what McFly was saying last episode. I was just so focused on providing.
Yeah,
I got to make X amount. I got to be at this location at this time. I got to make sure she has this. I got to make sure she has that. I got to make sure the house has this. So going back to that, and then going back to what I said. Like I didn't have time to put into me.
Yeah,
because all of my energy was going to I got to be at work so that they can have this, and that was my cycle. That was my cycle. So, and then when that was interrupted, that allowed me, that afforded me the time to focus on me, and that's when the change happened. So it was a good change.
Yeah, I think that like even in from a small standpoint, I think that God has a way. I always tell people like if I get sick, because I'm hardly ever sick. If I get a cold or anything like that, because I can go. My immune system is good. I'm go. And I'm doing all of the things, and I'm wearing all of the hats, and then in my body, and it's really like science, because your body, when you've been doing too much, your immune system will get weak. So whenever I find myself sick to the point where I cannot go anymore, I just sit in that, because I'm like, oh, I needed to sit down, basically.
I'm not good at
that. Same.
Sorry.
It got crazier.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's the
water?
Yeah. So the same thing, like from a larger spectrum of what you're saying, Mo, like you will get slowed down sometimes.
Yeah.
Or God will change the pace of what we have going on, because you need to see it from this perspective. And now you're able to be more, where you need to be. And sometimes it has to happen.
Yeah. Because oftentimes adversity reveals what comfort conceals. Comfort can make us believe we're stronger, more disciplined, more prepared, or more emotionally mature than what we are. And then the pressure reveals the truth. Adversity exposes our habits, insecurities, coping mechanisms, relationships, faith, discipline, and ability to adapt. So my question to you all is, what did your hardest season reveal about you that you did not previously know?
Well, I want to change the comfort in that to complacency.
That too? Well, complacency is comfort.
I get you, but what I was thinking at first,
semantics, nigga, answer the question.
I was thinking comfort. I'm like, it's okay to be comforted. Like we all need that.
We all like comfort.
Uh,
But what did your hardest season reveal about you?
I
That you
think
didn't know.
all of them fucking that I don't know can. There's those moments where it's like when shit happens, you're like, what is all this for? Like, but I don't know. It just proved to me that you can go on and get better. Like even if shit is fucked up, it's not all the way fucked up. I still got breath, so I don't know. Resiliency, I guess that's what it taught me. Is just don't stop
Because
because
you made it through.
yeah, don't stop.
Yeah.
Because you could always just sit down and just soak in shit. You know what I mean? But
Got to keep trucking.
you get a time. I think you get a time. Like, cause I did, again, like on everything, I guess I've had to force myself to like feel the emotions and stuff as opposed to just trucking. Cause like, that's what you're taught so much is just to truck along, truck along, truck along. But it's like, sometimes you got to stop and like just take it and like deal with it. And then it's part of your life now, but it's part of your story to where it's like, it just, you can, it's like, don't give up. So
I think
it's resiliency.
one of my hardest seasons, I've had plenty, but to start, I think my first hardest season was when my dad passed away. And it didn't come till later, the revelation of it, but I realized about myself that I couldn't do what I don't have the human design to do what people say. So for example, I remember when my dad first passed away, by me being so young, a lot of the advice looked like, or a lot of the way people place themselves in my life, it looked like keeping me busy, keeping me happy. Um, buying me things, all of those things. Like, let's just make sure she's happy. Let's take her mind off the fact that she just lost her favorite person in the world. You're still happy. And years later taught me, and it's still a foundation for me when I go through. I'm gonna sit in some shit. If I'm feeling a way, I am going to completely sit in it. And I learned that through that. And I learned it years later. It wasn't even that I learned it like right immediately. I learned it far into my adulthood because I started to have moments where I was really messed up at the fact that I didn't have a dad. And I'm like, how am I this messed up at 25? when I was 16, I was all right. You know what I mean? But I wasn't all right. I had all of those, it was being placed in front of me to cope. And I realized like, no. So in my adulthood, I take that lesson and that's how I apply it. If something is happening, I fully submerge myself in whatever the emotion is of what's occurring and I allow it to do what it needs to do. I don't like to, I'm gonna make myself happy today. I'm gonna know if I'm not happy, I'm not happy. And that's all it is to it. So that's kind of what that taught me. And then just to not listen to people, to be honest. Because that all stems from people telling me, oh, you really need to just go hang out with your friends. You really need to do this. And the way I run my life now, it doesn't go off of how people are giving the advice to do.
I don't think when things like I don't like when people project the way they do things and things of stuff like that, especially like with death of like somebody so close is when they tell you how it's to feel it or what you need to do. And it's like I've always just been like, all I can do is be there for you. I don't know what you're going through and shit like that. So
let them take the lead. Or what do you need?
I don't know. People are crazy with that.
Yeah. And that's another aspect of it. I'm glad you said that because that's another thing. When I deal with someone who has lost someone, even though I know what works for me, for some people, it may work for you to, on your days where you're sad, you need to make yourself happy. So I give my experience, but I always try to meet that person where they need to be.
Yeah.
You fly?
It showed me how strong I was mentally that I didn't realize. Because I've had a couple of times. One was recent with just dealing with stuff with the house, and the other one was when I lost my dad. But it was things where I had to learn. I learned forcefully how strong I was, and how I dealt with those situations. Because when it's happening, you go, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" And then eventually you realize that it's happening, and whether you accepted it or not, you're now forced to deal with it. And
the train's moving.
Yeah, and you just realize, afterwards, I dealt with that. I did that shit. That was me. Like, and you realize how strong you were when you thought you weren't capable of that. So, it just showed me how strong I was mentally that I didn't think I was. So, yeah.
Okay. What weakness has a difficult situation forced you to confront?
Like weakness that we have that we possess.
Well, personal reason.
Ooh.
I know for me personally, there was a time in my life where I was forced to learn how to communicate more effectively in my relationship. It got to a point to where I couldn't. Too many things were unsaid that had to be said, and you know, so I was basically forced to start being comfortable with the uncomfortable because you know I'm pretty sure, as we all know, it's the uncomfortable situations and conversations that really push growth. And so that's what I had to properly identify my needs. I felt like, because it was a weird thing as I feel like as men, I don't know about you, Sean, but I feel like as men, we don't really know what we need, because we never really think about what we need. We think about what we have to do. We never really think about what help looks like for us. So there was a situation to where I actually had to. I had this amazing partner that was trying to help me, and I didn't even know how to tell her how to help me. So I had to learn how to analyze myself and identify exactly what it is that I actually feel I need. So I think that's my answer.
I kind of go with asking for help. It's weird when I it's funny because, like, from my experience, when I hear you guys, especially when men talk about just being providers and being, all of the things, I always relate it to, like, just because I fully am a woman, right? I do all of the things of a woman's nature, but I always find myself, because I'm the adult in my household, I have to assume those roles. You know what I mean? I'm 100% the provider. I'm 100% the protector. I am, I even and because I'm raising girls, I find myself doing things like I always open the doors for my girls because I still want them to know, like, in that situation, yeah, I'm not trying to be masculine, but I'm being the adult and I'm letting you know that somebody's supposed to open the door for you, and so I do those types of things. So it gets heavy for me because I am such a feminine woman. But I'm assuming these roles. So the midpoint for me is when I need to ask, and that's where I fault a lot of times, and I'm the one that feels the impact of my fault. And my kids feel the impact of my fault because if I'm not okay, my kids ain't gonna be okay. And I had a situation, well, not a situation, just the way the times were. Like when I first moved to Corona, um, prior to that, we always lived 5 to 6 miles radius between where I worked, where we lived, where my kids went to school. So the commute from the pickup and all of that was like that, pick everybody up. Now we're back home. And now we went to a 20-minute drive when there's no traffic. So really we taking, all this time to get home. I'm coming home, I'm tired. I'm more drained than what I would usually be. And that was just a crazy time in my life. Like when I first moved out there, because I'm working 9 hours a day, 8, 9 hours a day. Now I pick all my kids up and it was really rough. And that was a time when my cousins didn't even realize. I cried because they came over one day and my backyard was a mess. We had a dog for a little bit, and the backyard was literally a mess. And I couldn't get myself to just go clean it up. And they were there, and they probably was just like, "Oh, it's a mess back here." And they cleaned it up. And when I came home, I was in because I was just like, "Oh my God," I was so grateful. But then that's when I realized, like, that was something simple. Like, I should have been asked for help. I should have been like said, like, "Hey, like, next time you're there," or something like that. So that's something that I learned. Like that was a weakness for me, and sometimes it still is. Um, but I'm quicker to ask for help now. I don't want to, even though I have to assume all of these roles. Regardless, I'm still, I don't have to be. I gotta hold it down. Like, no, I'm gonna ask somebody for help if I need it.
Reply.
Question again, please.
Sorry.
I sit there lost in the thought.
No problem. What weakness has a difficult situation forced you to finally confront?
I think it's at times it's the fear of being an adult. At times, like as far as like a parent,
Terrifying.
like so like there's times where I'm being presented situations with the kids and I'm thinking, fuck, like what do my dad done in this situation? And am I living up to that? And like for example, with Ava, and she was struggling in school, and I did the parent teacher conference, and I could tell the teacher wasn't expecting to see me because they usually see her mom. But in that situation, the reaction that I had was, I think, kind of like a breath of fresh air for Ava and the teacher, because I presented it in a different sense where I'm more of a I don't knock Ava in the sense of like, if I know she's not doing right, I'm not gonna like criticize her or scrutinize her in public. But I gave her a look when the teacher said, you know, what she had been doing, and I gave her a look and I said, you know what you're capable of. And she looked at me, she said, I know, Dad. I'm like, we're not doing this again, right? She said, no. I said, okay. And then the teacher looked at me and she was like, well, you know, maybe you can. I was like, I already, like, she knows what she's capable of. And it was one of them things where at that moment, I didn't know that was going to happen when I was presented it, you know what I'm saying? But my brain took it there, and it was just kind of like an understanding. And I feel like I channeled my dad in a way. But it was more or less, my dad would have just like, oh, when we get home, we're going to have a talk. Like, but for me, it was like, it wasn't even needing to talk. It was just the understanding, like, you know what you're doing and you know what you need to be doing. But it was just a look and an understatement and a quick statement. And she said, I know. And then when we walked out, I said, you know what you're capable of. And she's like, yeah, I know, Dad. And within a couple of months' time, her grades improved. And by the time she had been promoted, she had like shot up like exponentially. Like, and it was just one of the things where I was worried, but then there's just the understanding of not knowing something. And then because you think maybe we haven't had that kind of talk yet. And then when that talk was presented, it was like, oh, okay. She understands where Dad's coming from. She know I don't play about that. So, yeah, that it's a fear of or thinking I was going to not be prepared for that or adequately equipped for that situation, and it worked out fine. It worked out great, actually.
Mr. Wendell?
I suppose I would say, I'm thinking back to, I'll just say, speak up for myself, because when you don't, other people control the narrative, and that's sometimes it gets fucked up. You're like,
Often.
so I've had like moments. I'm thinking back to like my Navy time, and some shit happened, and I was like, how the fuck are these motherfuckers gonna say that about me? And I may have spoken a little too much up for myself, but I didn't get in trouble.
Is there such thing?
Yeah, when you lose money, yeah, but I didn't lose no money, so
that's true.
It's funny you said that, Kevin, because you said that. I thought about when we're all over here, when you made the brisket recently, and we're all over here, and I said, God damn, well, there's a lot of people here. And somebody, I don't know who else, has said something, and you said, oh, nigga, we not doing that. And I looked, I said, that nigga meant that. Like, he was smiling and laughing when he meant that. Like, nigga, that's not happening. I said, I thought that was funny. So, I mean,
it took a lot to learn that, though, man. Like, especially, like, I don't even remember what the fuck they were saying, but I was just like, so these motherfuckers are just lying on me, like, straight up.
Sometimes adversity closes a door we should have remained behind forever. Losing a position, relationship, friendship, or opportunity may force us to imagine a life we are too comfortable to pursue voluntarily. The ending becomes as an opportunity to rebuild with greater intention. So, Sharon, have you ever stayed in a situation simply because it was familiar?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I mean, that probably relationships come into mind. I've stayed. I was in my marriage far longer than I should, and not necessarily because it was familiar, and it was because it was familiar not only to me, but it was familiar to everybody. I felt like, our kids to this day are their step siblings. That you can't tell my daughters those things. My family was involved and his family was involved, so that's where the familiar came into place. Regardless of what didn't feel good, it was like, okay, but this is what I've already chosen and told myself and everyone else that I'm doing. So that was, one of the primary.
McFly, what part of your identity had to die before you could grow?
The ego. The guy that wanted to be the rapper so bad that I would want to do anything to be that rapper. I don't like. I love to rap still. I just don't care about the image of it anymore. If I get the rap, cool. If not, fuck it. I care more about being a dad.
I can get a list of niggas that shouldn't rap.
Blueface being one of them.
Yeah.
Do you think that the ego died, or just the ego with respect to that?
I think the ego with respect to that. Because it was one of the things that was just when I was young, it was just that's all I was obsessed with was being the dopest rapper or getting signed or whatever. And it was like that's all I cared about. Then so when Ava came, it was like I still cared about it. Then you start when you're presented with those realities, you start saying, nigga, someone's gonna have to take a step back. Like and eventually it was like, yeah, if I can perform, cool. If not, fuck it. And then you just start hitting the point where I really don't give a fuck if I perform again. It's more or less, if I get to do some music again, I'm cool with that. But when I see other peers of mine, not to knock any of them, when I see peers that are so obsessed with it that they're willing to do anything for it, I can't knock them. I get it. I've been there. There's a bigger thing at play here, and it's my kids.
Kevin, when life forces you to start over, do you rebuild the same life or do you create something completely different? You start fresh and try to take a different path. What do you think?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I picked this question
I
for
only
you
think
because
just because-
you're the free spirit here. So I figured.
Well, no, I just think because like it depends on how the fuck your crumble was. Because if your crumble was like fucked up, then it's like, nigga, did you have anything good? Because if there was nothing
Why
good,
would I do any of that?
don't
again?
take none of that shit back. But
Very
if there's
true.
like some shit that it just shit didn't work. Because sometimes that happens, nigga. Like shit didn't work. I tried my damnedest. It
That's
just
like-
didn't work.
I feel people always be like, I hate when people do this. When it's like someone that's been married before, or someone that's divorced, right? And they be like, I'll never get married again. And it'd be like,
Nigga,
I would say that.
I'm married and say I'll never get married again.
Okay, that's you. But I'm like, not to the same person, obviously.
Not at all.
But I'm definitely going to get married. But it's just like, I don't know. I think that's, but I'm just piggybacking.
I wouldn't go with, you probably shouldn't go with if it's like, oh, it's a lot like the last person.
Well, no, but that's my point. Like you said, it's just like if some of it
Let me
didn't
leave that
work,
shit over there.
That's different.
Yeah.
But it's just like you don't have to just completely close yourself off to the idea of something and completely change your life around in a whole other way.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so
No, I'm not going to just.
It's bad when it makes you do the narrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So rejection can be redirection. Rejection also often feels personal. We assume we're not talented enough, attractive enough, qualified enough,
for sure,
or valuable enough. But sometimes rejection protects us from entering spaces that we were never designed to support who we are becoming. The opportunity may not be the door that closed. The opportunity may be the direction you were forced to take afterwards. So McFly, what rejection are you now grateful you experienced?
The politics of other people's egos. Like, because you realize, especially doing music, you realize you're presenting a lot of situations with other people's fear of you being better than them or doing better than them. So a lot of opportunities aren't presented. So you at the time when it's happening, you might feel jaded. You might feel like, what the fuck? But then you realize it's like, nigga, I don't want that. I don't want those situations or things to kind of define me. Like I've seen too many times where a lot of my peers are obsessed with it, and I actually look at it as a blessing, because then you also think of if you made it to a different standpoint, now you can't go out in public, you can't take a shit in public, you can't do anything in public. So it's like sometimes it worked out in your favor, because like, dude, I really want that to not be able to do what the fuck I want when I want to.
Kevin, how do you know whether to keep fighting for an opportunity or just accept the fact that it's time to move on?
That all depends on what said opportunity is. Because if I'm like still trying to go back and play baseball, ship and sail, brother.
There's 40+ leagues right now.
Yeah.
Just don't drink.
Tell me how many of them niggas in the MLB?
None of them, but they have
Exactly.
fun.
That's what I'm talking about. We
would-
play, but I gotta give that up.
You wouldn't join the Banana League or whatever that league is? Where
I
they're doing the
actually
flips?
thought about that, but I'll tell you guys off because I think it's a brilliant idea that could work without me having to be athletic at all. But I think if it's like, say, even like with comedy for me, I'm getting older, whatever, I'm away from it and not in it, but I don't feel like I can't get back out there and be like, hey, nigga, hey, this me. So
I like
it's
that.
like, it depends.
But you're not still knocking at the door of fame. You're just doing it because you enjoy doing it, right?
Unless I feel like pursuing, then I'm like, hey, nigga, let's go play if we gonna play. But, I know what it goes into. So it's like what you was just talking about. You know what goes into that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just fall into that. Like, you don't get to just, I'm going to go do this every Tuesday. It's like, no, nigga, if you want to try to get to that.
You gotta sacrifice a lot of shit.
But maybe I can wait till the kids get older. Bernie Mac was how old when he went out there?
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
One
So
of the greatest.
You feel me? So I don't know. Maybe I haven't figured it out yet. That Michael Jordan shit.
Are you gonna do the Aries Spears and go do it for shock value?
No, I'm not gonna do anything like that.
No.
Hell no. I got too much respect for the craft. And he could be mad if he ever watches and hear me say that. And you got all them years, but it's like, hey, give me 6 months. I got you. Don't worry about it, brother.
Shots are fired.
That's a mean one, huh?
Yeah. Pain often changes what we care about. A person who survives grief may become passionate about helping others grieve. Someone who experienced financial hardship may be committed to teaching financial literacy. Someone who felt invisible may create spaces where other people feel seen. The wound can become a doorway to purpose, but only when healing and wisdom are involved. Sharon, can your pain become your purpose without your pain becoming your entire identity?
I like that.
Some deep shit.
Yeah. And yes, I do think that when you really do the work to heal, you realize you move so far away, but you still have a reverence for this, and having that reverence for whatever the situation, if it's your true pathway in life, that may turn into you wanting, just like what you were just saying, wanting to help others. So it stems from whatever that pain may have been. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're holding on to with respect to it. So, absolutely. I think that that's something that you could do. I think that that's something that if you are that type of design of person, it's something that you automatically feel like you should do. Like anytime that you've come through something, you're going to want to shout it from the mountaintops. Hey, I went through that. This is how I got through it.
I did that shit.
Yeah, and you want everybody to, when you see somebody going through it, your natural, and again, it comes down to your human design. And I'm speaking from my own. I want to tell people, like, I did this, and this. Like, it was great. And you should try it. Like, you know what I mean? But some people may just kind of be more, I did that. I'm seeing that you're doing it too. You're not really doing it the way you should, but I'm just here and I'm just watching. You know what I mean? So I think you.
McFly, do people sometimes begin helping others before they have properly healed themselves?
All the time. There's a lot of people that think they got shit figured out when they don't. So they think, oh yeah, let me give this advice, and you actually might be hindering them.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people use helping others as healing themselves.
Should be.
Because I feel like it's kind of like the degree of separation thing. It's easier to identify things when it's not happening to you actively. When you can see it, then you can apply it.
Yeah.
So I think some people, a lot of times people do that because it kind of, I mean, I don't know if it's some people might do it selfishly, but it kind of aids their healing journey.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's community. It builds community.
It builds community. One thing that I like the most about it is it just reveals the different perspectives. So I can go through something, you're going to go through it differently. And I may take advice in how you went through it because you're a different person than I am. And so, or not even take advice, I may learn something, I should say, in observance of how you're going through it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And, maybe if this problem presents itself again, I may catalog what you did and I might try to do that one day.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at it. I'm just laughing in my brain's full. I'm just thinking if there's somebody who's like Well, you know they're just doing it wrong. It's like, do you not tell them? Like, where you're like, hey, everything they're doing is definitely the wrong thing.
But
I see that. I see that all the time in the gym, and I'm like, it's not my place to
that
correct
can
them.
backfire though. That can backfire. Like I've had friends, oh my gosh, where literally I may not, maybe they're having relationship problems or something like that.
Mhm.
And my foundation is in my faith. So I may start sharing podcasts, sharing scripture, sharing this, sharing that, because I'm feeling like, oh my God, this is what brought me through. Here, girl. And they don't receive it well.
Yeah.
Or and they may get to the point where, now they have a different view of you because of that or something, or they just may not agree with it, so that can backfire.
I don't know. Just shit that's in my head is like somebody go through some shit and they're like, and I found the shit that makes the pain go. I start smoking meth. It's like,
Yeah.
That ain't it.
That's
That is
not
not it.
advice that anybody's gonna take.
That's
no,
not
what
it.
I'm saying, you see him and you're like, he thinks he's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I gotta help this nigga.
And it's
That's true.
I mean, it's funny, but opportunity or whatever, the healing, the process, it that doesn't cancel the pain. The pain never really goes away. Like the conversation I had with McFly when his father passed, those words of encouragement I could give him was because of what I had went through. And even telling him those words, I was reliving my moment while telling him them words. So it wasn't the pain never went away. It was just I was now using my pain to help my friend and help him understand the gravity of the moment. Because when I went through the moment, I had no one to tell. And it's like the same thing. Like I told Eddie the shifter, I said, "Man, look, I'm telling you, bro. Like you're going to regret it. Like fuck this place. This place gonna be here. Your mama ain't gonna be here forever. Go see your mama." I said, "I don't care if you gotta take 3 years off to be with your mom. If you can do it, take that time to be with your mom."
Well, and then that's grief, though.
It is grief.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but it's the pain from the grief.
No, and I get what you're saying. I guess just to clarify, because I do think the pain can go away. Grief is different. Pain does not leave when it comes to grief. But I meant more like situations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's I just wanted to clarify.
Okay. Can something be both deeply painful and eventually beneficial?
Oh yeah. Not grief.
Shit.
We're not talking about childbirth, Sharon.
Oh.
I understand. Oh.
No, I mean, honestly, you guys, I just there's so many things, and I've said before, and I stand on this, like I am exactly where God wants me in every aspect of my life. That is how I move along. So with that being said, I have been tremendously blessed immediately following a very difficult situation so many times. And I think that that's because when you really are living in the path where you're designed to be, that's what's happening. That's why it's happening. You're letting go of things that you weren't supposed to have. The way my life turned around after I finally left my ex is not even something that I would even not even jokingly. I'm being very serious. Like tremendous, a whole 180, but just completely different. And I know that was because I was not where I was supposed to. And once I got out of that, I found myself into the alignment of where I was supposed to be. And I had just blessings just continue to. So, but the painful situation, yeah. Did I want to go through a divorce or, a horrible relationship? No, I didn't. But I had to come through that in order to be, to receive the blessings that I got.
Yeah. Some people become accustomed to adversity that peace begins to feel uncomfortable. They feel only valuable when they are surviving something.
That's black folk.
I think that's men.
Fixing something.
I think that's men and it's black folks.
Fixing something or proving someone wrong. Adversity may teach strength, but eventually strength must learn how to exist without constant crisis. McFly, why do some people sabotage peaceful seasons by creating unnecessary conflict?
You're talking about sabotage, right?
Martyrs.
I think this almost aligns it with what Kevin. I do think people sabotage the fear of just not the fear of failure, but the fear of success, fear of things going too good. Because I know in a lot of instances I've seen people literally create chaos because shit just feels like it's going too well. Like, oh, the other shoe's going to drop. So fuck, before I wait for the other shoe to drop, I'm gonna just make sure it happens myself. It is, and a lot of people do it. I think a lot of people fucking do it. Yeah. They were like, you know what, I gotta create some sort of chaos because it's going too well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kevin, how can adversity become part of a person's identity?
I mean, unfortunately, yeah.
You see niggas always going through the struggle. Every time we talk to them, it's rough, nigga. It's rough every day.
Yeah. It's a part of all of our identities, though.
Some niggas take it too far.
What was that dude from Popeye? The nigga that always asked for the burger?
Wimpy.
Yeah. That nigga created diversity every day.
Tuesday.
Yeah. You know damn well you didn't have that money.
Shut up.
Sharon, why do some people grow through hardships while others repeat the same cycle?
I think it's like their mental capacity. It's like some people really just don't have it. I thank God for my mind every day, because like some people don't have the mind to want to do better. They don't have the mind to pull the lesson. They don't have the mind to seek the answers. They don't have the mind to sit in it and understand what it means to really like heal. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. It's just I think a lot of people, and I don't want to say it like this, but a lot of people are weak-minded. And they just want to fall victim to the things that happen. Mm-hmm. And they don't have any desire to do any of the things that I just said.
No ambition.
No ambition. And it's just like, go ahead.
Do you guys think that they're scared to make different decisions, or that they feel like they made the right decision, but there are outlying outside factors that they didn't account for to change the path of the decision?
The world needs NPCs.
I think
that's a hell of a way of saying that. Non-playable characters.
I understood exactly what he meant when he said the shit too.
Just niggas just taking up scenery.
I think that they don't even begin the first step and even to provide an analyst of what.
No, them niggas exactly where they meant to be, as you said.
Yeah.
If that's what your mindset is.
That's a hell of a way to say. Now I'm gonna be walking around saying, look at this NPC right here. Look at this nigga ain't doing shit. He just standing there taking up like.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you all this. I'm gonna answer too. When does giving yourself grace become a excuse to remain stuck? Like, at what point do you have to do something uncomfortable, or acknowledge the fact that you've been avoiding doing the thing to further along?
Well, if you can acknowledge that, the nigga, it's time.
Yeah. If you can, I agree. If you can acknowledge it, because at some point you're gonna realize you're reliving the same thing. At some point, it's like, yo,
hey, nigga,
I fucked up.
You lying to yourself.
It could be like when your BS start to mess with other people, though.
Yeah.
You know, like if you
they're gonna let you know.
It's like if you are a single person, no kids, your parents don't need your help. Nobody, like you are just you, and you making dumb decisions. From my standpoint, yeah, it could be very dumb. But if you are okay in that dumbness, do you?
When you walk in and they say, so number 14, right? Yeah, it's time to make a change.
Yeah.
What?
Once you talking about you go to a fast food restaurant, they know your order before you do.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Oh,
so you make a change. Yeah. So like that's I'm just saying that's an example. That's
health wise, so that makes sense.
You know, so I think a lot of times, like we were talking about last episode, a lot of times we do a lot of things just because we're comfortable doing it, and it's in where there's comfort, there's safety, and who doesn't want to feel safe? And to go outside the bubble, it's scary. And I know for me personally, I'm not a big fan of change. That's why I have the routine. That's why I get up at this time. I go to bed at this. I like, because there's security in the routine. So when you go outside the routine, and whether that's on a personal level or on a spiritual level, whatever, it's uncomfortable. And so I think the biggest lesson in life really is you have to fall in love and get used to being uncomfortable, because that's where you grow. You grow in the uncomfortable. Now you could grow in the wrong direction. You could become Lex Luthor and go backwards, but I mean you still grow. You grew one way.
There's a parallel between Drake and Lex Luthor.
Drake.
When I watched that last Superman movie, I said that nigga's doing a lot of Drake shit.
You ready? You have something to take him?
No, I don't know. What
Okay.
No.
Or Victor, or Victim 1B.
All right. All right, here we go. Time to shoot from the hip again.
Bang.
All right. You can say yes or no, or you can give a short, brief answer.
Possibly.
Sharon, we don't want a dissertation.
Possibly.
Shots fired.
All right.
I don't care.
Would you rather, McFly, would you rather experience public failure or private disappointment?
All day.
I guess.
All day.
But yeah, public failure. I don't.
It's easy.
Yeah.
What if you're disappointing?
That's why he said he'd rather do public failure.
yeah.
That's just easy. Like,
Oh,
that's
which
just
would you
over.
rather experience?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
gotcha.
rather
I'm sorry.
experience. Yeah.
I'd much rather let you niggas down
I'm
than my
sorry.
daughter.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
what?
Okay.
I didn't.
That's my fault.
Damn. Like, it's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, got you.
Kevin, what teaches more, success or failure?
Getting them bucks.
That's not the
That's
success,
not the-
success or failure.
I didn't hear that option.
Teaches more?
Yeah.
Well, that's tough because sometimes you've had some shit where you've succeeded and it was like, hell yeah, okay, now I know how to do it. Because I failed at some shit and still had to go learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But when you failed, what happened when you failed?
I had to
You go learn
redo
to-
this shit.
redo the shit? Okay. Was it bad?
Some things, I'm talking mechanical sense.
Oh.
So yeah, some
Oh.
things have gone awry where you're like,
I'm talking about.
oh, we're starting over.
But I'm asking you. I'm asking you this question on a personal level.
I know. But it depends though, because there's so many times where it's like you've gone out to do things you didn't think you could do and you succeeded at it. And I feel like there's a huge lesson in that. But the failure part too is like,
It's all circumstantial.
yeah.
Because
I'll say I'm gonna go success. Rapid fire. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Success.
Sorry.
You could fail at some shit and.
Just
See?
never, just
And
never
it
do
just-
it
See, he
again.
trying to do this rapid fire. Where
I'm
it's
saying
like,
because
this is-
you could fail at some shit and then be like, I
Well,
don't want to
dove
be
in the
morbid,
ocean.
but you could
Yeah.
fail at some shit and be permanently whatever. And the only lesson is.
Well, I asked Kevin because we told him we were gonna push him to do more, but he failed at that shit too.
Yeah, my bad. See?
You're stupid.
Dang, that hurt. Ouch.
Sharon, have you ever mistaken a blessing for a setback?
Mistaken a blessing for a setback?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was a blessing, but it was a setback.
7,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
6,
Oh,
5.
No, you
Yeah.
thought it was a setback, but it was a
Yeah,
Oh,
blessing.
yeah,
It
so I
becoming
felt
a
like you
blessing,
should have
yeah.
said it the other way.
Yes.
So yes,
Okay.
Mhm.
Is rejection protection?
Every
McFly?
time.
He's
yes.
trying to rap.
Yes.
Always.
I've said that many a time.
Always.
I thought at the time when I got rejected that it was a bad thing, but I was like,
Yeah.
you saved me the fucking headache. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Kevin, can gratitude and grief exist together?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Sharon, what has adversity taught you about yourself?
There's all that. I mean, that's what's going to mold me from now. I mean, when it started, or when I first started to realize it to the end of my life, that's always going to be what molds me. And that's basically adversity. Every time you say adversity, I'm hearing like affliction because biblically
same.
it's put as, affliction. Affliction produces endurance. Endurance produces self-character. And then that produces hope. What do you say?
Nothing.
Proven character. I'm sorry. And then that produces
5,
hope.
4.
Stop. So that's gonna always. It just that's what builds my character. Basically, adversity is what teaches me how I need.
Kevin, can comfort become dangerous?
Are we talking complacency? Yes.
I'm telling you, that number 14 can get dangerous.
Every time. McFly, can you grow without suffering?
Not substantially, yes, but I feel like you need suffering in order to understand. Like kind of like you're saying, you can't know what joy is if you don't know what pain is, because you're gonna appreciate joy way more without with going through the other side. So,
Sharon, would you be the same person today without your hardest experience?
No.
No.
Without any of them.
You sure?
I'm positive.
All right. Adversity isn't always a blessing, but it can become an opportunity to discover what you are made of, an opportunity to leave what no longer serves you, an opportunity to create, rebuild, mature, heal, establish boundaries, and become more intentional. You may not have chosen the battle, but you still have a choice in what the battle produced. This has been episode 246 of the Heavyweight Collective. I'm your host, Mo Sharon. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that shit. And until next time, go follow Sharon on social media, Instagram. Peace.
Sweating. That's a wrap, y'all. That's how she wrote. So make sure you click like, subscribe, tune in. We on all streaming platforms. So until next time, we'll holla at you.